What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me today for this particular video where we will be doing a Man City versus Spurs combined 11 with a Man City fan. I don't know why I'm doing that. I know not many Spurs players are going to get into this lineup, but somehow I think as Spurs fans we like to torture ourselves. And even then, I've invited a Man City fan to even torture me. Come on, can you guys imagine the people whose stadium is not even filled on the match day? I've invited them to actually torture me with by showing off their oil money players. So before further ado, let me introduce my friend. He's Richard. He's a good friend of mine, actually. I've known him for a couple of years now, and he is one of the only Man City fans I think I know in Malaysia. So let's get him up. Welcome, Richard. Welcome. Thanks for joining me actually for this video. I really appreciate it. So, how have you been?
Hello, hello. Hi, Christian. Thanks for having me. And you are right. I'm one of the only Man City fans in Malaysia. I've been good, man. I've been good. I was doing good until I found out Cancelo's leaving Man City. And then I
Yeah, really
wasn't
sad,
feeling
right?
great. Yeah, I'm still bummed about that. But what to do? Life goes on.
Yep, life does go on actually. So, I mean, as we are going into the Spurs versus Man City game, it will be an away game for you guys, and it will be a home game for us. What are the feelings, the general feelings that you're carrying into the game? I think you guys must be pretty confident, given that you all just recently beat us at the Etihad. And
Uh, I don't know. Not as confident anymore. I think City's been a bit shaken up recently, especially with Cancelo leaving, and then there's talks of more players unhappy with Pep. So you never know. Sometimes you can never know with Pep Guardiola. Yeah, it's very hard to read him.
well, I mean, I don't know whoever he plays. Your bench is just phenomenal. Your starting lineup is crazy. I really don't know how am I even gonna adjust players inside the team. So yeah, I'm pretty nervous going into this game. I don't know if you guys have heard the news that our manager won't be available for the game. He
Yeah,
has
yeah, I heard about that
bladder surgery, so
surgery.
I
Yeah.
think he'll be able to make it in time. Maybe he might be FaceTiming for the game. Who knows? He might be FaceTiming Stellini for the games and the tactics. That's possible, but even though it is a major blow, but I'm pretty happy with one of the signings that we have made in form of Pedro Porro, who used to be
Right.
an ex-City player, I heard. And City sold him only for like £7 million, and we had to pay like crazy 45 million.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Pedro Porro used to be a City player. Well, anything else you'd like to share on the game? Like, I'm just curious. Like, what are some of the weakness that the City squad has right now, where we can actually upset you all? Like, would you like to share with me some of
Weakness,
your
huh? Okay,
secrets?
I feel if you guys manage to mark Haaland, City will have trouble. Yeah, and that keeps happening in a lot of games. So we'll have 80% possession, but Haaland doesn't have a great game, and then one counter attack, and we concede a goal. And yeah, that seems to be quite a common way we've been losing or drawing some games this season. So yeah,
Do you expect Eric Dyer and Ben Davies to mark Holland? Really? I mean, if
I feel
that's
like I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like Man City can be very unpredictable. Some games we win by a long shot, and some games it's a bit too close for comfort. So I feel like this game might be too close for comfort.
well, we shall see. I hope what you are telling me is true. Somehow, my center backs turn up for the day.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I really have no hopes from the timber wood that I have in my backline. I really have. I'm really disappointed with the transfer window just because we didn't buy any center backs. But I mean, can take joy from that one signing that we had in form of Pedro Porro as a right wing back, because I clearly don't like Emerson or Doherty. In fact, I was expecting that we will sell Emerson, but we sold Doherty to Atletico. That was another blow.
yeah.
But let's get into it. So we'll be actually doing a combined 11, and how this combined 11 is going to work is that I'll be giving certain players for every position, and Richard, he will be giving certain players for every position as well.
Mhm.
Uh, from Man City side, and we will then discuss and then we will decide. Hopefully, we can reach an agreement because sometimes the football debates never reach an agreement. But hopefully, this one can reach an agreement. Richard is a good friend. Actually, he's a very
No
nice.
problem.
I hope you'll allow me to add in a few more Spurs players. Then actually they deserve to be added inside.
We shall
Right,
see.
Richard? Right, Richard.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
Okay, so yeah, so actually we play a 3-4-3, and I know that you guys play a 4-3-3. So we will just stick with a 4-3-3 since it's commonly
All right.
used. And so I think it can be
Sounds
used easily
good.
from both for both the sides. Since you're my guest, I let you choose your formation rather than actually putting my formation onto you
How
guys.
kind.
Yep, I am that kind. So let's go with goalkeepers first. So I
All
have
right.
Hugo Lloris and Fraser Foster.
How are
And
you feeling about them? Do you think
and
they deserve to be in?
if I were to give you one, I think I'll give you Fraser Foster. I am
Oh,
not
not
even
even Larissa. Yeah.
not even to put Lloris there.
Yeah, I agree. He's not been the best lately, hasn't he?
So your side is obvious, I suppose.
Yeah, I think actually I really like how Ortega plays. Like if you saw his recent game, so Ederson sometimes makes mistakes, so I don't mind either of them actually. What do you think?
So you are saying that Foster or Addison both can get in?
I mean, compared to Spurs, I feel like Man City does have better keepers lah. So for me, it's between Ederson and Ortega. But what do you think?
Ortega. I haven't seen much of Ortega lately, but I
Okay.
think definitely if he's a Man City player, he would be good. So I
Yeah.
think it's not even an argument. Let's go
Ederson
with
then? Or...
Ederson in goal.
Yeah, let's do that. Safe lah.
So Ederson it is in the goal. We have the first Man City player in, and I don't know if I can even get one Spurs player inside this lineup. So yes, Ederson in goal. Let's go. Next position, right back. I
Which
have
Spurs? Yeah.
I have Pedro Porro and Emerson Royal.
Right.
I'll want to put in Pedro Porro there. He's our new signing, and he's a great player. He had a great record recently in the Portuguese league. He has scored
Mhm.
like 13 goal. He has 13 goal involvements in 23 games at the moment,
That's
but
not
that's
bad.
Portuguese league.
Right.
Um, and your side, Richard?
For right back, right?
Yep.
I think it has to be Kyle Walker.
Well, he used to be a Spurs player.
Yeah, exactly. So now we've traded, right? But yeah, I'm not sure how Pedro Porro plays actually. I've never seen his highlights or seen him play before. How
Well,
is he actually?
I'll be doing a review on him. So he's basically a very versatile player. He can play in as a right winger. He can also play as a right back and a right wing back. Very fast. He's very good with his crosses. I think his only weakness. I was recently one of my friends, Bill Stewart. He did a analysis on him, and he shared that actually his only weakness is that he's sometimes a bit over ambitious with his tackles, and he can actually make mistakes there. He's
Right.
not making clean tackles.
Okay. So what do you feel between Walker and Pedro? Because I don't know both the players. I only know Walker. So what's your feeling like?
You're way too kind. You're telling you're literally asking me to choose.
Yeah. So are
Uh,
you gonna just simply choose your Spurs player, or are you gonna be fair and choose maybe a
how
City
has
player?
been Walker performing recently? I mean, I haven't seen a
He
very
hasn't
good
been a regular. He hasn't been a regular lately, you know. So yeah,
like
Pep can rotate him sometimes.
because his goal involvements this year are pretty bad
Yeah,
lately.
he's not nailed down in the squad. So yeah, that shows you lah. With Pep, you never know
Who
what to expect.
who are you guys playing as a right back recently?
Uh, okay. So last time we had João Cancelo, we had Rico Lewis. They're our left and right backs and all. Um, yeah, Sergio Gomez maybe sometimes no. Who would take Kyle Walker's place? I need to double check on that actually.
I think let's go with Pedro Porro for this because I can see the stats and
Okay.
I have an edge over that one. So thanks, Daniel Levy.
No
Even though I
worries, man. Like for defense, I think Spurs has some tight defenders lah. For City,
no, which
City
Spurs have
midfielders is all City.
which Spurs have you been watching? Spurs defense is one of the worst in the league.
They got some big names there though.
Do you mean
But it's
the
okay.
big?
We'll get to them soon. We'll get to them soon.
So well, I think for this one, I'll put in Pedro Porro. Given his recent stats, he deserves the place inside. Kyle Walker hasn't been performing well lately, so I'll go with Pedro Porro in
Sounds fair.
the on the right back position. And he used
Uh-huh.
to be a City player, so yeah.
Yeah, no complaints for that then.
Yep. Okay. Centre back. So I have Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, and Clement Longley. Who do you
Okay.
guys have? And only fit players, yeah, by the way, you can choose.
Right. Yeah, so Johnson's is injured. So we have Ruben Diaz. I think he needs to go in. One way or another, Ruben Diaz is in. We have Nathan Ake. Actually, I feel like Nathan Ake and Ruben Diaz have to go in. I would likely choose Ake over Diaz in current form. Yeah, Laporte. But I feel like Laporte doesn't even need to be mentioned right now. So I
There you
think
go.
Nathan
That's well
Ake.
played. They have so big names in their centre backs, and he's saying that Spurs
That is
defense
true
is
though.
one of the best. Were
I'm
you
just
actually sarcastic
just trying to
when you
give you a
said?
chance.
Were you being sarcastic when you said the Spurs squad is one of the
No,
best?
because I feel like even though City's defense, we can have all these big names and they're solid, but some games they just make the worst mistakes, and like one mistake is all you need to concede a goal. Yeah.
Well, you guys are. I think you clearly haven't been watching Spurs lately. Then you should,
Yeah, maybe not
you,
enough. Maybe not enough.
you will really not want any of our centre backs in your team. Really.
So are we going with two City centre backs then?
Well, I think it's a bit unfair to drop Romero, World Cup winner, and he has been pretty good lately as well. I mean,
Right,
yes,
right.
in certain games he has been making mistakes. However, it's a tough one because even he has been bad in the last 2 or 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with your two centre backs in it. Sorry, Romero, I have to drop you here.
Sure. I mean, it's not that bad of a decision lah. They are pretty good, Nathan Ake and Ruben Diaz.
So it will be Nathan Ake as a right centre back and Ruben Diaz as a left centre back.
Sounds good.
Okay, so City is
Now,
leading at
left back. Next.
left back. Okay, I have Iwan Perisic and Ryan
Oh,
Sessegnon.
actually, I feel Perisic is pretty good, right? Has he been good lately?
He has been good. I think he got like 5 or 6 assists in the Premier League this season itself. Whereas his finishing has not been that good, but crossing wise, he has been pretty okay for us. I have him in my FPL team as well, and he has been giving good points.
Of course you do.
So he has 5 assists this season itself. So I don't know, like, who would you like to put in that position now since Joao Cancelo is no longer.
Yeah. So honestly, I think without Cancelo, I can't really fight you on this one. I think it has to be Perisic because I would only put up Rico Lewis, and he's 18 years old. He's still fresh. I know he's had a few good games recently, but I think I have to be fair to Perisic on this one actually.
Seriously,
Yeah, I mean Rico Lewis is still a bit unproven lah. Like, yeah, give him time. Give him time.
that's what happened when you invite nice guys like Richard. I think easily I can win this.
This defense, this is
This
just defense. Midfield and strikers, good luck.
Oh well, let's see. That's where the things get hot. Okay, we are moving there. So yes, left back it is Iwan Perisic since City no longer have Cancelo.
I mean, wouldn't you agree to that? Is that a
I
weird
mean,
decision?
in a way, but I didn't expect a very easy give up because I think despite the fact your who is it Nathan Ake has been playing in the left back role recently, he has been pretty okay. I feel.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, he's more of a centre back lah. I want to see him as a centre back more.
Yeah, I mean he was bought as a centre back, but
Yeah, yeah.
well, thanks Richard for being so generous and allowing me even two
Anytime.
players so far in the back line. Well, let's move on to the midfield. So we have three in the midfield. I'll give you my three.
Mhm.
Maybe you give me your three first.
Okay, my three. I think De Bruyne has to be my first mention. Second would probably be Bernardo Silva. That guy is amazing. Third one, I want to say Mahrez. I want to say Riyad Mahrez. Lately, he's been really on form. Yeah.
Is Riyad Mahrez even a midfielder? Actually, I thought he's a winger
More
forward.
form. Oh yeah, yeah. That's true, lah. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Okay, midfield then. Hmm. I wanted to say Foden then, but Foden is injured.
No, Foden is also a winger. He's not a midfielder.
Really? He comes under midfield, lah, bro. Foden.
No, he's winger. Winger. So your
Really?
midfield are more like Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne.
Hmm. Gundogan, that guy. He's steady. Let me see. Okay, actually, no. Rodri. I forgot about Rodri. Yeah, I feel like Rodri is a solid midfielder to have, lah.
Okay, so your three midfielders would be Rodri, Gundogan, and De Bruyne. Is it?
Yeah. Rodri, no. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and De Bruyne.
Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and De
Yeah. And I think that's all we need. So yeah, we can skip midfielders now. I think you can't match
Let me just
that.
try. Let me just try. I think my three midfielders would be Højbjerg, Bentancur, and unfortunately Bissouma, who has been pretty bad.
Yeah, you don't even get to mention Heung-min Son or
No,
anything like
Heung-min Son is like
winger.
he's a forward. He's a forward.
Right. I only
Yeah.
think of Kane as your forward. Yeah.
Kane, the forwards is gonna get hot there. Uh,
Yeah.
I think Bentancur does go in together with Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne, given his goal contributions this year and his form. He
What's
has
his
been
goal contributions like?
he has scored
Wasn't-
5 goals as a midfielder this season, 4 or 5 goals as a midfielder in just Premier League itself, if I'm not mistaken. He has
okay.
four goals as a midfielder itself, and he has 2 assists. So 6 goal involvements for a midfielder who's not even a creative attacking midfielder is not a bad one. And he had a pretty good World Cup as well. I think in World Cup statistically he was one of the best midfielders in the World Cup.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you feel him over Rodri then, is it?
Yes, I think I'll put him over Rodri.
Man, I feel like Rodri is that guy. He won't get the assists or the goals, but without him, the team is just lacking something. He's like that Kante to a team or that Fernandinho to a team, you know?
I see. That's gonna
Yeah, I
be
mean, if you go based on stats, sure, he may not have many stats, but yeah, he's that glue to the team, I feel. What do you think?
No, I think it's a fair point. But even Pep hardly plays him regularly as well. But I mean, that's just Pep, right?
Yeah, Pep hardly plays everyone. Like, you wouldn't be surprised to see Haaland on the bench one day.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah,
I need to do a bit of justice to my fans as well. I think they're gonna crucify me
yeah
if I
lah.
don't put
We'll give
them
you one Spurs midfielder, one.
one
That's
Spurs
all they're
midfield
getting.
to get in. Actually, our midfield is not bad. I'm just surprised that I got more defenders inside. So I'm more
Yeah,
surprised with that.
City's a bit messy at the moment. Yeah.
Really? Okay, let's go with then Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Rodrigo Bentancur. One of my friend, he actually say the Rodrigo Bentancur inside a sultry voice. It's just so we have our midfield saddle, and now the fight goes to the big ones, which are the forwards. So three forwards, Richard, you have to give me,
Three
and
forwards.
yes,
Okay lah, very easy. Mahrez, Alvarez, and Haaland.
Mahrez, Alvarez, and Holland. Okay, I
Yep.
give you Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, and Dejan Kulusevski.
Okay. I think Son is out of the equation at the moment because I mean his current form this season just isn't where he used to be, right?
Yeah, I mean he is But I think he's still bet. No, I don't think he's better than Riyad Mahrez even this season. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yes.
think this season he's just disappeared a little bit. Yeah, sadly, he was a great player lah in past seasons, but maybe this season a bit off form.
Hmm. Uh, okay, so Sun is off, and
Yeah, so we
I
got
think we can't go with this starting 11 without Kane. I think we both can agree with that. Kane is
yeah, agreed. Yeah. So I mean,
he is.
if Kane is in there, then I think we all know who the other guy is gonna be.
It will be Holland,
It should
and
be Haaland. Although I feel like if he didn't have a strong midfield team to give him balls, like De Bruyne for example, then I would choose Alvarez. But since De Bruyne is in our starting 11, yeah, Haaland has to get in there.
yeah, I think I'll go with Maris and Holland as well. I'll agree with you
Oh,
on there.
Mares, you're gonna choose Mares?
No, I'm gonna go with Maris, Holland, and Kane in the front three
Oh,
because
nice. You didn't even think about like Kulusevski. You just went Mares straight away. Nice.
Kulusevski hasn't had that great of stats as well. I mean, he
He
has been
started
pretty.
off quite well, right, this season?
No, he had a pretty. He had some injuries that kind of
Right.
that took him out. But I think overall, as much as he has played, I'll say that he has been better than Mares. He has seven goal contributions this year, in which he has 5 assists and 2 goals.
Mm.
Uh, I think Maris has had better stats this season
I
compared to
think so. Yeah,
Kulusevski.
this season he's shining. Yeah, his play has been
And
quite good.
he has been in form. I think Maris,
Yeah,
and
recently, yeah.
he slain us even in the game at Etihad as well. He was the man of the match. So I think it would
Yeah,
be a bit unfair if we don't take him in.
that's
So yeah, here we have our starting 11. And yeah, I don't even know why I did that because I knew actually I'm gonna only barely get my players inside there, but
still can
somehow,
get a few in lah. Still can one.
yeah, somehow I'm surprised even like how many four Spurs players made it in. Really, I'm
Decent,
surprised.
yeah, decent.
I was actually thinking maybe it would be 9-2 or like 7-4 or so 8-3 or something like that. But 7-4 is not bad still.
Not bad, not
Given it's Man City, they got oil money. Any final thoughts? So we got. I'll just wrap up. We have goalkeeper is Ederson. Our right back would be Pedro Porro. Right centre back is Nathan Ake, and left centre back is Ruben Diaz. Left back Ivan Perisic. Midfield one Rodrigo Bentancur. Midfield two Bernardo Silva. Midfield three De Bruyne. Forwards we have Holland, Kane, and Mahrez. I think pretty
sounds good.
fair.
Yeah, sounds pretty
Way.
good.
In a way, it's pretty fair. And who will be the manager of the game? I think it has to be Pep Guardiola since I cannot even put Conte in. He's out.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I think that's an easy one. Yeah.
it will be Pep Guardiola for the game as well. And what is your score prediction for this game?
Okay, score prediction. I'm gonna have to go 3-1 to City.
Okay,
How about you?
I think I'll go for 3-2 to Spurs. I
Okay,
think
3-2
we have
Spurs.
addressed some of the problems that I think we have addressed some of the problems that we were struggling with, and I'm pretty sure if Pedro Porro plays that game, I think he can do well. Although I don't think he will start because the Italian coaches they have a tendency that they don't really start the player straight away. But I still think he will come off as a sub in the second half, and he can make the
Okay.
difference because uh, given his record and given his performances recently, he does deserve a chance. Uh, and of course, we have spent a big amount of money on him recently. No, we haven't spent. Sorry, I have to correct myself. It's just a loan with a very expensive obligation to buy.
Right, right.
So I think he should be starting. He should be playing as and coming off the bench as a sub. He can make that difference. Otherwise, I think I have not much hopes from anyone else because the rest of the team is just
I mean, you're predicting 3-2. That shows you have some hope. You have a pretty decent amount of hope for 3 goals.
I think at home we may turn up because we have a good record against City at home.
Right, right.
So we will turn up, and somehow I feel like whenever we play teams like City and some of the big teams, we somehow turn up. And I think last season, even though we had a worse squad than this, we we beat City twice, and one of the game we didn't even have Kane. So
Mm.
I have a little bit confidence given the recent record that we have had against City. You can say.
Right. I mean, may the best man win. May the best team win.
Yeah, may the best team win, and hopefully we can celebrate at late. And I'm extremely nervous these days. Actually, going to any games. Actually, it's Spurs have been recently very disappointing. Our
Yeah.
owners are the biggest disappointment I think any club can have. They just disappoint us. They get our hopes up and then they just disappoint us. Lack of ambition in the club right now. Well, anyways, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks Richard for joining. Any last thoughts? Any last things you would like to share with the subscribers? Anything?
I mean,
Or
thanks. Yeah, thanks for having
where
us.
can
Thanks for
everybody
having
find
me.
you on Instagram or your Facebook or your Twitter? Where can everybody find you?
I think Instagram's easy. Yeah, if you probably tag me on Instagram, yeah, that'll be the easiest place to find me.
Okay, sure. I will tag you on Instagram as well. So yeah, there you go. He's Richard Stevenson, and I think
Thanks,
you'll be
Christian.
in my Instagram. By the way, for all the girls out there, he's taken and he's married.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am happily married.
he is married, happily married. So sorry, girls. Anyways, thanks Richard for joining, and thanks everyone for hanging with us tonight for this combined 11 game. And really, it's a pleasure really to host you, Richard, and host all of you here who have been sticking around in chats. And yes, as always, come on, you Spurs! I don't even know if City has any chant or anything you all
It's
say.
okay. You have this one. I'll let you have this one since you're hosting me. Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
Spurs.
yeah.
Sure, we'll
See,
end
see,
it
this
with
that's the cool.
that.
Okay, thanks Richard for joining, and thanks everyone for sticking around with us. So make sure to hit the like, and if you are watching this video for the first time, make sure to click the subscribe button as well, as it really helps us. Thank you, Richard, and thank you everyone. We'll see you in my next video. Come on,
See
you
you.
Spurs.
Bye bye.
Bye.